all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Digits on the beat.
Back on the Bossman Show. Scott Nagy of the White State Raiders here, the Horizon League with us here. 14 wins in conference play so far. Coach Nagy, how things going with you guys up in White State?
Okay. You know, we've been leading the league, you know, the whole year, and sometimes when you're leading the league, I think it's just a little bit different mindset than when you're chasing somebody. And you know, we didn't play great this weekend, but we won out of two on the road and clinched at least a tie of the conference title.
And Coach King, you've already been 4 years at White State, and in all your 4 years there, you've won at least 20 games every year you've been there. How does that make you feel knowing that you set a great coach at the school so far, and you got great players coming through to help playing for you and playing the right way and representing your school and university very, very well so far?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've in 4 years we've won 90 games so far, and it you know, I think it mostly is due to the players, and you know, I have good assistant coaches that bring in good players that play the way we want them to and believe in the things that we believe in. And you know, I always say this, that I'm a pretty good coach when I have really good players, and I'm not a very good coach when I don't.
And Coach, so you're approaching level, you won 500 games, you joined the 500 win club. So I know it speaks to your longevity, the success you had at South Dakota State and here at Wright State. So how did that make you feel? You guys got you at 500 win club for your whole career in college basketball, college coaching.
Yeah, it was. You know, it's very gratifying. You know, I know a lot of people haven't done it, and again, I would say just you know, I think number one, I've coached a long time, 25 years, but you don't coach 25 years unless you're winning, because if you're not winning, you don't get to coach. And I think to that, I've just coached a lot of good players, and I've had a lot of really good assistant coaches that have helped us get good players. And, like I say, when we have those good players, then we tend to win a lot of games.
And, consistently winning 20 games 4 years since you've been at Wright State, how do you prepare your young men during the fall, spring, and summer to get ready for this gauntlet you guys go on every year to keep winning? Because you've set a standard. We win 20 games here at Wright State. So how do you all prepare come April, May, June, July, and August to get ready to do this consistently as you've done the 4 years you've been at Wright State so far?
Well, I do think it's a balancing act. We try not to overdo it. Particularly in the spring and summer, and really we probably spend more time in the spring and summer just working on offensive skill development, trying to help our guys become the best offense players they can become. But it just is, the basketball season is such a long season. We try to make sure we give them plenty of time to rest and do other things, and maybe even train differently so that we don't have their bodies injured, just always doing the same thing. And then, once we get to the season, then we get a little more locked in on the defensive side and spending more time working on the toughness, like whether it be diving on the floor for loose balls or blocking out or rebounding, those kind of things. But definitely during the spring and summer, it's probably a little bit lighter and spend more time on the offensive side.
And, Coach, you made a great point there, because as sports science is taking a bigger role here for nutrition-wise, sleep-wise, and strength conditioning-wise. Talk about how important your strength coach is, nutritionist, if you have one on staff, is to make sure that your young men maintain from November 5th through mid-March and beyond, because you all have big aspirations in the NCAA tournament. So how key is it for those people to be aligned with you as well? Make sure the young men maintain, don't get hurt, they sleep well, they're eating well, so you can have guys to play hard for you, so have a good place on the court with you as much as you can every night out there for you guys.
Yeah, our strength and conditioning coach is really a part of our staff, and maybe the most important part. And it's nice to have one so that when they do go to the weight room or if we're talking about nutrition or something else, that it's not just the head coach or one of the other assistant coaches that's involved the basketball side. It's constantly in our players' ear. But he does a good job. He works with them. He's probably with them 5 or 6 days out of the year, particularly in the spring and summer. We live 4 days a week, but also just the nutrition side, make sure that the guys are taking in enough calories and enough good calories to have a good weight gain that we want. And then, like you say, the rest, I think the rest is just as important as anything else we do. And a lot of that we can't control. All we can do is educate our guys and hope that they make good decisions.
You got that right, Coach. And also, Coach, I know you was real happy with your team non-con wise going 12-2 there, getting those 10-2 there, getting those wins. That to make you really happy, because you guys play different styles. Hard to get home games because you guys are good. You have to go on the road a lot. You can't get true home games. And they're doing the non-Horizon League season. So the 10 wins, knowing what you guys are up against, had to make you feel really, really, really good about your team, as they've proven so far in Horizon play as well.
Yeah, and the probably one of the toughest things we do is scheduling. Because we want to put a good enough schedule together so that it has a good impact on our net. But also, it's not a real easy thing to do to get guys, get other teams to come to Wright State. And if you play guarantee games where teams just buy you to come in there, once you get good, it's hard actually to even get those games, because if they're going to pay you a bunch of money, they'd like to know they're going to win the game. And so, you do the best you can to put a schedule together, and then you really hope that the teams you've played and the teams you've beaten have good years, because that will impact your net. And the big problem with that is you just don't have any control once you play them.
You got that right, Coach. Now, before you got in Horizon League play, at what point did you kind of think to yourself, out of a really good team again this year as well? Because I know when you tip off November, you sometimes don't know until you really get involved and go on. So at what point did you know, your staff kind of figure, we'll be really good this year as well again, as we've been in the past 3 years before this year started?
Well, we even knew before we went into the season we were going to have a good year. I think one of the things that helped us, that was a little bit of a blessing in disguise. You know, one of our best players, our center, Loudon Love, broke his arm in late November, and he was out 4 weeks. And it forced us to play other people, to play some guys off the bench that got some really good playing time and good experience, which made our bench stronger. And then once we got Loudon back, I think it really helped our basketball team.
Yes, indeed, and also you was really big good for your team. Currently, you're 14-2 at home, so defending the home court when you have the home games, especially in Horizon League play, is really, really good for you guys. And so, how do you go about making sure your young men are focused at home, that make sure they defend the home court as well as go on the road and get those key wins you need on the road as well to be atop the way you are right now?
Yeah, it's not always easy at home, and there's more distractions because they have their friends and their family at those games, and so sometimes the home games can be harder to get guys focused than it can be a road game, because the road games, when you go, at least the players feel like they have to come together like it's everybody else against them. But at home, sometimes they can get a little squirrely in terms of not playing like a team, but then you always gain the energy edge from your fans and things like that. We have had a good home season. We, like you say, 14-2 and 9-0 in our conference play.
And 14-3 in conference play, and the Horizon League's gotten better because you see Milwaukee's better this year, Green Bay's better with Coach Darner and those guys up there as well. Youngstown State, unfortunately they got you guys last weekend, but the league from top to bottom is getting better. 14-3, I know it's not. You want to get that win like this past weekend, but you have to feel good about that, knowing how the league has gotten better from top to bottom as well.
Yeah, I think it's taken a little bit. When I first came in the league, I was one of the newer coaches, but over like a 3-year period, a lot of teams changed coaches, and so we've had a lot of turnover here of late. And I think coaches are just starting to get settled, get their players in there, which I think it's going to help our league, and it's certainly something we want to do, is raise everybody's play, because then that helps everybody's net.
And you got Northern Kentucky, Coach. Having a week in between these games, I think it's good for you guys, kind of get us some self-scouting as well before you kind of prepare for Northern Kentucky, because Coach Horn done a good job in year one, keeping up with what John Brennan did in his previous years at Northern Kentucky. Both us and Northern Kentucky have one game in the next 16 days, and so you have to be able to balance getting some rest and then also how do you practice and prepare for those games. But yeah, it does give us some time just to not necessarily focus on the other team, but focus on us. Just like this past weekend, we absolutely physically got handled both games and got out rebounded, and so we're trying to just focus on some of those things. And it's hard during this time of year to practice really hard because you don't want to get guys hurt, but at the same point, physically we're just not doing things the way we should right now, and so we have to practice hard. And on film, Northern Kentucky, Coach Horn's first year here, coaching Northern Kentucky, so always on film from him, and as your guys kind of get ready to play those guys this weekend.
Well, it's Northern. I mean, Darren's doing a great job there. There's no question about it. And the first time we played them, they didn't have probably their top player, Dantes Walton, and he's back now, and is one of the top players in the league. And so it's. They're just a huge challenge to guard because they have 4 or 5 really good offensive players that are very aggressive and very physical. And then on the other side of the ball, they play a zone that most people haven't seen, and our league has really struggled with. And they just present some challenges really like nobody else in our league does.
Coach Nagy, good to talk to you again as always, Coach. Hope you have a great weekend and get a win. And I hope to talk to you again in March. You guys go to the big dance for sure. One more time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Anytime. Thank you so much, Coach.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to do 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.